At the end of the drift event yesterday, I had a couple problems with the Z, and I actually wasn't even able to drive it in the car. I had to get about 4 to 5 people to help push it in. I'm not gonna fully diagnose it today, but I am gonna take it out of the trailer and try to put it in the shop to see what exactly is going on. Last night when I got home, I was so tired, I ended up just leaving the truck and trailer at the shop and left it in the enclosed. So I haven't diagnosed it at all. And I'm not too sure what exactly is wrong. And we kind of beat the car to death yesterday. So we're gonna try to find out exactly we broke yesterday. It literally smells like burnt tire in here. It's one of the best smells ever. The real question is, can we get this thing to start? If so, great news. If not, really not good. No, not good. I have faith. She's never really let us down before, but... I don't know what would be different this time. An overheat, maybe... No, dude, there was just like a really weird like knock noise. Can we check on, did you check it? Have you visually inspected it? No, because also one of our hood pins broke off yesterday and it's like kind of stuck. Not stuck. It just, to answer your question, no. We didn't really check. We just kind of, once we finished, we just kind of put it away. Hey, also when it turns over, Kyle, listen for that knock. We got her. You hear anything? Is it a squeak? No, once I like rev it a little bit, when I back out, you might be able to hear it. I hear it. Do you see anything? You heard it though? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit, then we'll back it out. The back. I like hear it like back here. Oh. It's right here. Oh. I don't know what that is. It sounds not good actually. Is that rod knock? I don't know what rod knock would sound like, but I know one person who would know what it sounds like. Well, I gotta go where I can actually hear you. Do you know what that could be?
That's rod knock. What happened?
Finally she's dead. Finally? That's so fucked up to say at this moment.
You know why? Because she's been running strong for way too many events, Teej, and you were like, she's a strong motor.
I got off the phone with Dan, and Dan said, without even, immediately was like, that's 100% rod knock. You blew your motor yesterday. So, I mean, there's nothing to be like, this is what blew it up, whatever, but pretty much what Dan said is he was like, you got the motor used, and it's a stock motor. JZs can handle tons of power, yes, but sometimes shit happens. Like, you can get kind of unlucky, and for whatever reason, the oil did not do its job all the way, so we need to do a bottom end rebuild. We can either just buy a new block or rebuild it, and since we're such good friends with BC, I think you guys already know what's about to go down with this. But we're unloading right now, and I was actually just gonna go home and chill until Game of Thrones is on tonight, but I'm actually gonna take it to the Rad Dan shop right now. I don't wanna do the rebuild on this motor just because I have to rebuild that JZ, and we still have that Mustang to get done, and we're about to go on tour this upcoming Saturday. That's like just a week and a half before I could start on this, and I wanna get this thing back as soon as possible. So So I'm actually just gonna go drive this up to Dan. I'm gonna load this back in the trailer, go back up to Dan's shop because Selena kicked the bucket. This thing has literally done 10 events at least with having 0 issues. 0 issues.
You got dabbed on this time, dude.
But this time, boys, you know what? She lasted the whole day yesterday. So I'll at least respect
the whammon.
Respect the whammon because she held on as long as she could, but at least Calv, now on the Supra we have a built head, and that was gonna be a better motor than this one, but now we're just gonna do a full sendy. We're gonna do a full sendy.
God damn it. Okay.
Bottom and top.
I do have a question for you. I feel like you drove the hardest yesterday. You drove the most and the hardest yesterday.
Yeah, the hardest I've ever. I felt really comfortable at the end of yesterday, so like I was doing second and third gear, just like hanging on rev limiter and dipping below, and then it was, yeah.
Definitely got a little hot under the hood.
No, I mean my temps were good. My oil temps, I never got.
Maybe okay, so did you mention that Dan was saying that stock 2Js, used ones, have this problem where the oil pump is not doing the best of jobs and just ran out?
I didn't mention that, but yeah, I mean, we won't know too much until, especially we won't even know how much metal is in there until it's pulled and the oil is drained, but you know, more to get on that later. But we're gonna load this thing back in the trailer. I'm gonna peace out Calv, and I'm gonna do a solo send up to Rad Industries to get this thing back under the knife, so we can get this thing back as soon as possible.
Didn't expect this today, Teach.
Neither did I. I was like, dude, my subframe's loose, my steering rack's probably loose. Nah, fam, you just got played. It's rod knock. We are on the way up to Rad Industries right now. We have an hour left in the drive. Just loaded this thing straight up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Dan just because I trust Dan more than anybody with this car, and I don't wanna have to rebuild this JZ while I'm already trying to finish the other JZ and finish the Mustang and have the Ferrari. There's just too many moving pieces, and I wanna get this car back on the road as soon as possible. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do with the motor quite yet. I'll ask Dan what he thinks is best, but I'm gonna go ahead and call Mickey. Everyone's texting me right now saying like, are you clickbaiting, like, or is that IG post you posted like for real? And everyone thinks it's clickbait, so I'm gonna call Mickey and tell him he probably out of anybody has the most like personal connection with this car because Mickey's like my crew chief. He is with me every time we drive and is always monitoring the car, and he's gonna be I think he's gonna be pretty heartbroken, so I'm gonna give him a call and let's see what his reaction is like.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Kinda got some bad news.
Yeah, what's up?
There's this really weird knocking noise coming from the motor.
Yeah.
And I called Dan.
Yeah.
And it's 100% rod knock.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I think it's put in some work, bro.
I'm going up to Rad Industries right now and dropping the car off.
Alright, not wasting any time, huh?
Nah, but dude, the car drove great yesterday up until like the very last run, and then we shut it down, but...
Yeah, good thing you didn't just send it.
Yeah.
I'm happy you shut it down and saved it. If it's just rod knock, you can do pistons and bearings and rebuild it.
Yeah.
As long as you didn't fuck anything up in there.
Yeah, so Dan said we'll see.
I mean rods, yeah.
I mean, yeah, at this point we'll probably just do a full send, but we'll find out. Yo, my man's out here. My gosh, dude, this one in the front doesn't even look like it's driving straight. They're like literally crooked. Oh my God, I don't understand it, but I respect it. I don't even come close to understanding this, but you gotta respect it. Every time I come here, she comes here a broken mess and she leaves a beauty queen. Dude, it's making all sorts of noises. He wants to hear it a little bit, so we're gonna rev it. What is that face?
There is a noise in your head, and there's like rod knock.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, the noise sounds like it's coming from the head, but...
It is the really like ticking one is, but the knocking one's definitely rod.
Yeah.
It sounds like when you like let off the gas. it was like,
yeah, I like hear it here and I hear it like something back here.
But then like when you like get it to go like above 2K, it's like and that's down in there, and it's like most likely since you have a front sump pan, it's like one of the back cylinders, but we would have to take the pan off to find out. Dang, it looks clean though.
Dude, it looks so good. All right, so this is where we part ways, Selena. You've done good. You've done everything I've asked, but we've schemed up some new plans for you. I can't tell you or them, but you're gonna come back way better than you've ever even thought you'd be, and a little bit more. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what we're gonna do. Talked to Dan, talked about a plan of what we wanna do and kind of like the future plans with this car, but I'm excited. I'll just like say this now, to take out the motor, get it sent off to a shop and get everything resurfaced and to build the parts. We're honestly looking at like 45 or more days until we see this car back again, which I know sounds like a lot, but building a motor and getting it sent off and waiting in line to get yours done takes a long time. So honestly, like, we won't see that car for a long time, and we won't be driving for an even longer time, unfortunately. But when it is back, I promise you the wait will be so worth it, and by that point the Supra will be done as well, and we'll have that 2J up and running. So I'm gonna get back in the car, drive home, and the day continues. I'm gonna leave everything connected because tomorrow morning, bright and early, we are taking the Mustang off to the frame shop. So I'm just gonna leave the truck and trailer ready to go for tomorrow. Sabrina picked me up. Shouts out to Sabrina for always picking me up and bailing me out. Kona, get back. You are not allowed to jump over that. Hello, welcome back to TJ's Kitchen, where today,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be whipping up
kitchen?
some fresh
kitchen? Chef Ken?
We are chefs.
meat.
Oh my.
He's
Me.
He's dishwasher boy.
Welcome.
I'm sous chef.
I'm gonna have a show on Food Network after this because I have my two sous chefs with me here today.
You know what? You know what?
All right, Chef Teach.
See you later. You want to finish it up, bro? Go ahead, take it easy.
Nah, like it's
Take
a
it
team
over.
effort. It's a team.
Cooking show.
Hey, it's your show.
I'm putting
You
up
take
the
it over.
apron. I can't work under these conditions.
Just making some fresh chicken parmesan today. I'm gonna get to frying, which I'll use that bowl, pan, pot. Game of Thrones goes live in about 2.5 hours, and Sam was coming over, and we're going to have a movie night because, as I told you guys a couple days ago, we finally got the surround sound right there installed in the house. So there's 5 surround sound speakers and this bass, and we don't have a couch. There's no couch. We actually just gave it away to one of our friends, and our couch hasn't come in yet. We have a spare couch downstairs that we're gonna bring up here, and we're just gonna do like we're just gonna make a little bunk chair setup. Game of Thrones is tonight. I'm so pumped, and we're doing a little dinner beforehand. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just relying on these two, and I'm there to help when I can. But I'm really excited for Game of Thrones. On today's install, Parmesan chicken.
Flip in egg.
Oh, I'm gonna get messy.
Yeah, it's gonna be messy. Flip an egg, then in bread. In bread, flip.
By smell.
Oh, that smells great. Oh.
Oh yeah, get off.
I'm gonna make a cooking channel after this.
Disrespect your surroundings, Kevin.
Welcome to the Sam Cam. Kevin, what do we got here? We got some,
We haven't had the Sam Cam in a long time.
let's see.
Hey, come in close. Check this out. Check out the marbleization on top of the chicken parm.
Oh, look at me. Oh, that one's burnt. That.
You both blame CJ for that one, boys.
Oh, look at me. I'm Mr. Chicken Parm. Oh, I'm about to eat you. You're about to be in me.
Lolly, 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 lolly,
All right, season 8 about to start. I will give my comprehensive review after the episode is over. Oh. Thoughts on season 8, episode 1. Went by way too fast, and in typical Game of Thrones fashion, it's a massive cliffhanger. On that note, Ripperino, Selena, big plans coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Check out this premium condensation. As much as this is a good thing, we're gonna change it out. Here we have the new Tom's taillight. This is essentially Miley's new booty cheek. Let's go install it.